Right, so here we can see the question is a sequence of numbers 3, 10, 17 and 24, and they're asking us to find in terms of n an expression for the nth term. So remember, this is just a fancy mathematical way of basically working out the name of the sequence to describe what's happening to these numbers as they go up. Now personally I would just rewrite the numbers out because I can't easily write the differences there, so I'm just going to write out 3, 10, 17 and 24 as my four numbers, and I'm going to compare and look to see the differences between the numbers. So 3 plus what gets me to 10? I need to add on 7. 10 to 17, add on 7. 17 to 24, add on 7. So we can see that it goes up by the same amount, which is what we would expect. This value here is the number of n's you have. So this number can simply just drop down to be in front of the n's. So I've got 7n. What I'm not sure of at the moment is if there's anything else to this formula. Is there a plus a number or minus a number? There's a couple of different ways of working this one out. Some people would say just work out and substitute in the value for n equals 1. Now n equals 1 is the first term of a sequence, and my answer should be 3 because that is the first term of the sequence. N equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3, n equals 4. So the n value changes with the term of the sequence. If I put in n equals 1 into this expression, I would get 7 times 1, which gets me to 7. So the answer to the first term should be 7. Well, we can see it's not, it's 3. So I need to get from my value of 7 to get me down to 3. And hopefully I can realise that what I would need to do is take away 4. So my formula, my expression for this is going to be 7n minus 4. Now the great thing is with nth term formula is I can check it. Alright, I'm able to check whether I'm right by putting in n equals 2. Now my answer should give me the second term, 10. So if I put n equals 2 into this expression, I can check for myself and know whether I got it right. So I've got 7n minus 4. If n equals 2, what's the value of the expression? So 7n means 7 times n. So 7 times 2 minus 4. 7 times 2 is 14. Take away 4 is 10. As we expected, the second term was 10, so my formula is correct. And when you come back at the end of the exam, again, you could just quickly try it for the third or fourth term to ensure you're right. So the nth term expression is this 7n minus 4. It's a bit crowded in my workings here, so I would probably want to just put it over here, that it is 7n minus 4. Ignore that little checking out bit, and that is the nth term expression for that sequence. The part B, and what they like to do with these nth term questions, is then to test that application. They could say, we'll work out the 25th term, and we'd have to substitute a value for n in for 25. In this case, they're asking whether a particular number is in this sequence, i.e. if we carry on this for a lot further, am I going to get to the number 150 in the end? Now I'm going to have to add on a lot of 7s to get me up to 150, but I could do that. I've got a calculator if need be. I've got space here to be able to work out. If I go below this line, it's fine to use this space as long as I indicate I am using it, so you could do that. However, they're saying that the answer of a term is 150, so they're basically questioning 7n minus 4, can it equal 150? So when you explain, yes, you can use languages and words and etc. that I just said, add on 7, eventually will get you to 150. That's not worth 2 marks. You're going to have to demonstrate it a bit further than that, and you might be able to pick up 1. But you can, on explanations, do actual math sums to demonstrate it and prove it yourself. So they're suggesting that, and if I solve this equation now for a value of n, if n is an integer, which is a whole number, then I know it's within the sequence, because if it comes out as an answer of 12, I know that the 150th is the 12th term of this question. So solve this equation. I don't want to minus 4, so to get rid of something in an equation, I do the opposite. So I'm going to add on 4 to both sides. So that leaves me with 7n, the minus 4 has disappeared because we added 4, and 150, I must do the same to both sides, 154. I don't want 7n's, so I don't want it multiplied by 7, so I do the inverse operation. The opposite of multiplication is division. So divide by 7 will tell me what n equals. I'm not going to put it to chance that I can do 154 divided by 7, so I'm going to use my calculator. 154 divided by 7, n comes out to be 22. a whole number, an integer. So this means that 150, yes, it is in this sequence, and it's the 22nd term. So very simply you can write, yes, 150 is in this sequence. Okay, you don't have to write a whole sentence or essay. You've got loads more questions to be getting on to, but that would suffice for the 2 marks for this question.